Commandment. That guy is that tough. So be focused. Now here he is getting a 17th in Moto 1.
That's impressive.
Impressive.
Gate down, and we're through that first turn now. Jockeying for position for the Stasic Stability Cycle Whole Shot Award, and it looks like it's free and clear. Not much of a question on that one, Bradley Esper.
Yeah, it looks like Mike Brown grabbed your early whole shot. Looks like he slipped back to second already, though, here in the second turn.
Yeah, he got a lot of pressure applied to him. It might be a little further back than second after this is all said. Nah, he's going to maintain the second place position, but Brown really looking strong out here in this junior 25-plus class.
And that whole shot that Brown got yesterday, when he come through the long short shoot into that right-hander before the 10 Commandments, he was 3 ruts wide. He had the front wheel 3 ruts over from the rear wheel and gathered that thing back up into the 10 Commandments. So Mike Brown loves the competition out here, rides multiple classes, as we know. Another one of those guys that will ride in the woods, ride in the Moto, Supercross, it doesn't matter. And 50 years young, basically, Mike Brown.
Robbie Marshall, I believe, may have that early lead now aboard the 74. Marshall coming out of Phillipston, Massachusetts on a Crow Hill Moto, Loud Fuel Company, Spectros, and Shift Back ride, actually finishing 4th and a contender for a podium position finish in Moto number 1 in this junior 25-plus class.
Yeah, Marshall, always tough. That's one of the names we announce year in and year out at all the events. He's always going to be a contender. Rodney, we have got guys going 3 wide, 4 wide over the Yamaha Peristyle. So this first lap, they're really trying to establish some dominance right here. Everybody trying to get as far forward as they can on this first lap. Speaking of the first lap, here we go through the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah. Brown and the folks working it out. But Jake Ballmer's another rider we picked up on there coming through the pack as we wrap up lap number 1. Robbie Marshall with the lead, Mike Brown in second, Jake Ballmer the 41 around Brock Peterson. They're in the final turns and through that finish section to take over the position. And now, so it's Peterson in 4th, Sean Lepenovich, the number 50, in 5th. Heath Harrison is 6th. I believe he's your Moto 1 winner, if memory serves me correct. And, of course, Harrison getting off to not the best of starts, but he's not in a bad position. When you start doing the time, he is less than 2 seconds right now out of the battle for a top 3 position. So he's not in a bad spot as far as this second Moto start is concerned. Taryn O'Dell, the number 71 and 7. Jesse Bork, the 28, another contender in this junior 25-plus class, is 8th place. Dawson Draycott, the 53 and 9th. And Joseph Dretska, the number 20, rounds out your top 10.
Yeah, Jake Bowman right now riding in that number 3 position. He finished 2nd in Moto number 1, so he's doing what he needs to do, putting himself in good position as well. And all about the position on that track early in this one. We mentioned it time and time again, Rodney. You can't make the mistake on these early laps. You have to be patient. You have to resist that urge to stick it where it won't fit. Correct, Bradley?
Yeah, exactly. It's really important to stay, to keep yourself together on that first lap and, focus on the rest of the moto, because you can really throw it away on the first lap.
You know, you mentioned racing forward there just a little bit ago. That is going to be key when you're in groups of 3 and 4 riders.
Well, a good battle going on track right now. Heath Harrison has moved up into, I believe now, the 4th place position behind Balmert, the 41 machine, and is challenging already for a 3rd place position. And as I said, he was less than 2 seconds out of that position. But when we wrap up lap number 2 here, this is going to tell the tale of what kind of struggle he's going to have to try to take a second moto win, as Marshall checks in with a 158.2, 3.8 seconds ahead of Mike Brown. Brown, a 159.323. Balmert, 159.963, 159.361. So Harrison is less than a second now behind Balmert on the 41 in 3rd place behind the billboard. But now make that now Heath Harrison. Can he make it stick? He was side by side. They are side by side heading down the river road. Now Heath Harrison going to go to the outside as we head into the long short shoot here. And Harrison is trying to make that pass as they go in the Cometic corner now at 10 Commandments. He goes out wide, gets that drive, Bradley Esper, and look at that rhythm he's got going through there.
Yeah, here he comes around the outside, and it looks like he's going to make the pass stick on Balmer. Looking good.
Into the number 3 spot. Now your Moto 1 winner, Heath Harrison, as he lays chase to Mike Brown, another near 5 seconds ahead. And the big question is, can he reel in that 33 machine?
I believe he can. He's going to close the distance. Did you notice how smooth the pass was made? There was no extra effort there. He let the bike settle into the corner. He didn't take a crazy line or whatever. So he's cool, calm, and collected right now, not using a lot of energy. I believe he's going to be able to use that pace right now that he's cleared Beaumont and put himself in that position. Take a look in the number 20 position, 2 laps in a row. Our Moto hero, Hunter Clemens, put himself mid-pack on lap number 1. Nobody passed him on lap number 2.
Oh, down goes Harrison.
Oh, no.
Harrison down. Beaumont having a tough time getting around. Harrison remounting the machine. He's only going to lose the 1 position, at least for the moment. But here comes Brock Peterson, the number 6, now trying to make up some grounds on his Honda. But Harrison right back into the flow of things, it looks like. Wow.
Okay, Bradley Esper, you're Heath Harrison. You just made some big passes. You're on fire. You follow. What is so important to him right now? What must he remember?
Here it is in the Racer TV Rapid Replay. Harrison just
front brake.
Yeah.
His front brake. He laid that bike over so far, it grabbed his front brake, the inside of that turn did it. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Brought him to a stop.
Yeah, that's really tough here because the ruts can get so deep. If you even lean it over a little bit too much, you can drag bar and it'll drag you right down to the ground really quick.
Heath Harrison now trying to make up lost ground here on lap number 4. Marshall still out front, sub 2 minutes. He's got a 5+ second lead over Brown. Brown is now 7 seconds ahead of the 3rd place ride, and Harrison has checked in 3.2 seconds behind him. So all that ground gained, now he has to make up what he made up before, plus some, about 1.2 seconds more than he had to make up on that 2nd lap. So we'll see if Harrison's got it in him here. Again, riding for the Phoenix Racing Honda team. He's actually a mechanic for the team, and at the beginning of the race season said, hey, I think I might go race that 25 plus. Actually, we were at Mini O's last year, and he decided at that point, he raced down there, and he decided he wanted to come here to Loretta's and see how things would pan out. And, you know, it's all about the fun. That's all it is for him. Nothing really serious about it. But I have to think, when you're the nature of the competitor on the racetrack, it's going to get serious while he's out there.
Yeah, exactly. It's really cool because Heath Harrison has a lot of experience racing the pro motocross. So it's awesome. He can come back. I'm sure he has experience racing at Loretta Lynn, so it's awesome to see him back out here. I'm sure he's having a lot of fun.
There's our Moto hero, the 37 machine we were watching on camera there just a moment ago. Looks like a little bit of a mix-up there for him. He drops to 30th place, but Hunter Clements on his way through. A 2:07 has been his fastest lap time. That is a solid enough lap time that puts him close to a top 10 lap time overall here. It's just he's got to work his way through some traffic out there to try and display that kind of greatness that he is waging out here right now. Through that monster mile sweeper turn, and it's turning into a whale of a monster mile out there. There's no doubt about that as he rounds the turn over the Yamaha mound, and of course into the heart of this race course there is our Moto hero. I tell you, that is so cool. Air Force Special Operations, they give him special consideration to come out here and race, and like I say, it's just he's a bad dude. Look at that, getting some big air here in this junior 25 plus class. Robbie Marshall, still your leader as he nears the completion of lap number 5, with going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of possibly 10 seconds ahead of Mike Brown. Brown has really settled into a pace out there on board that 33, and I think he sees the no need in pushing this, and he's happy with where he's at right now.
Yeah, he got a 3rd in the first moto, so with a 2nd, I think that might have him tied for the win or close to it. So going to the 3rd moto, it should be pretty interesting.
Mike Brown popping that thing up out there like almost like a bunny hop, that triple there, like no effort whatsoever. Another daddy officer Brownie out here. so smooth. And again, one of those guys that doesn't matter where, when, what, he's going to ride. Okay, we're going to do some moto, we'll do some off-road, we'll do some extreme stuff, and it doesn't matter. Mike Brown's in it. He loves the game. And to be honest with you, when we talk about a guy, yeah, he's here to win. There's no question. He's going to give it 100%. But you know what? He's happy if he gets fourth because he did give it 100%, and he's still out there doing it each and every week.
Well, I'll tell you that he is a true hero of mine. There's no doubt about it on so many different levels. And you talk about body mass. That guy right there is, I think he's made of stone. Honestly, man. I mean, his entire body is made of bone. I don't know. He is one solid individual, and that comes from years of training and lots of hard work and putting in motos and days like this on the racetrack, that's for sure. But not only is that he a great motocross racer, but a great personality too. He's a Tennessee boy himself, and it's hard to get the Tennessee out of the kid from Tennessee. So he'll always be a nice individual, a good person. You can always go up and talk to him no matter where you're at, and he'll have conversation with you. That's one of the great things about Mike Brown and what he's been able to bring to and from this sport.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I'll see him at every race almost. It seems like he's racing every single weekend still. So It's awesome that he still has that drive and still wants to do it. So,
Robbie Marshall, the 74 machine out here, lap number 5. Mike Brown, Heath Harrison now up to third. Missed that one. Man, Harrison really clicking it up there. He's up 2 minutes at a 1:59.8. He's actually turned to 1:59.3 on that first lap, but that was in some lap traffic when he was working his way up through. He's now still only 5 seconds behind Mike Brown. He turned a 4-second faster lap, or 3.5-second faster lap last time around. This will be interesting to see whether he can reel in Mike Brown, and if he does, will it be a surprise to Brown and how quick? And look at this, it's about surprise! There he is.
We talked about the league. Okay, 15 minutes to 15 minutes, 20 minutes to 20 minutes. Some of these things seem so much longer, and it's based on the passes, the action, and the physical speed these guys are going. It's hard to believe. Hey, we got 8 minutes left in this thing, and we've already seen a whole race. We've
look at this, Harrison's coming up on. Look at that!
Holy cow!
Side by side. I mean, Brown goes high and winding. Now Brown's got the inside into the. Oh, that's what saved it there for him. He had that inside line coming into the Bermuda Triangle.
And how smart right there, Harrison. Check that. Just holds off, knows that this isn't the last lap. Could have forced the issue right there. Maybe tried to park Brownie or go a little deeper inside, but knows. Hey, we're in this thing for the.
Oh! Brownie goes down, circling the billboard, gets a little too close to the inside. Harrison gets the gimme in the second now.
I think that might have been a Harrison. I think that might have grabbed his clutch lever, to be quite honest with you, on that hay bale.
Right.
It was the front brake for Harrison as he come through the turn. I think that grabbed his clutch when he expected the bike to take off. It didn't, and he just simply fell over. So there it is. Turnabout is fair play. Everything can happen. It's going to happen down here at the ranch. Will happen, I can promise you.
Exactly. Down through the 10 Commandments. So we got Heath Harrison now in the number 2 spot. Brown is in third, but he's not far off the pace right now. Harrison checking in 2.231 behind him. He turned a 5-second faster lap on Brown the last time around, but now Brown's awoken, and we see that. So as Brown dropped, they're saying maybe back to 4th place. I thought that was Brownie right behind him. That might be Beaumont coming back up into that 3rd place position now on the 41 machine.
So Junior 25 plus, Masters 50. All look like 125A.
Right.
Okay? Are you joking me? It doesn't get any better than this. Perfect conditions, perfect crowd, the weather, the track. You laugh. We talk about this dirt, and I said it earlier. The dirt will break in, and people say, "Oh, it's dirt. You run over it with a dozer. You're telling this." No, that's not true. It will continue to break down. The consistency will change as you turn it and bring up deeper dirt you're literally breaking in that surface as the week goes along. So it's not exactly the same dirt that was on the track Monday.
No, it sure wasn't. As we wrap up lap number 7, Junior 25 plus class, 6 minutes left to go. We'll get a 2-lap board on this class, I believe, next time around. Marshall checking in at a 2:01 pace. Let's see how far back Heath Harrison is now in that 2nd place position. I know 14.7. So it was right around that 15-second deficit for Mike Brown, and now Brown has dropped, back to the 4th place position. That is Beaumont back there in the number 3 spot. Brown has dropped to 4th. He's about 5.3 behind Beaumont and 10 seconds behind Heath Harrison in the 2nd place position. So Harrison may have reached the end of the line, but when we start doing the math, hey, this is what he needs to do to put himself right where he needs to be to take home the national championship.
Look at Marshall's fast lap time, 158.2. Holy cow, that's smoking. He did that on lap number 2. That's when he was really putting the heat on Mike Brown, trying to get to the front there on lap number 2. Consistently turning 2:01 2 minutes right now on a track that's starting to get a little beat. We're almost 11 o'clock now, Bradley. Believe it or not, been out here 3.5 hours running motos already, bro. Going to be 1 lap to go. I believe going to see the 2-lap card here in just a moment. 7 laps in. Going to take a quick lap over the border here, over the banner for 1 second. Yeah, definitely going to pick up that 2 card this time around as we see our leaders come back. Going to pick up that 2-lap card. So this one coming to an end. 4 minutes left on the clock right now.
Yeah, Robbie Marshall really taking control of this moto. Looks like he has about a 14-second gap. That's a really, really good comeback from 4th in the first moto.
No question about it. And as we said, the 2-lap card did come out. The 2-lap card is out right now. Under 4 minutes to go, 2 laps left, and Robbie Marshall, super impressive in this one. Had a couple little issues early in the race, but in typical Marshall fashion, gathers things up, hits the reset button, and we talk about mental games and physical games. That guy's tough all the way around. That guy's physical. He'll get in, he'll bang bar. You want to rub some bars and elbows? Call him up. He's in, okay? You want to go 35 minutes? Hey, he'll play, he'll dance 35, 40 minutes. He can do that. You're feeding into his strengths down here when things get hot, when they get long, the motos start to get rough. You're feeding into Marshall's strengths, and sure enough, as we see late in this moto, all of those things have been key factors. His mental game, after those mistakes, able to hit the reset button. His speed, his physical conditioning, all of those things contribute to a first place possible finish here in the 2nd moto of Junior Plus 25. Heath Harrison still holding down that 2nd position. Beaumont as they work their way through in the 3rd ride. Porter Jr. now in the 4th spot, and Mike Brown back to the number 5 position.
Man, it looks like a youth, or it looks like the schoolboy class from 2005 when you look at Taryn Odell and Sean Lepanovich in 6th and 7th place there. The number 71 of Odell Lepanovich, Hawaii 5-0 as we called him back 15 years ago. Still out there. Good to see those 2 kids back. Well, 2 grown men with probably kids back. There is, I believe, that's Marshall there.
You know who, without any flash or stuff, is moving up through and is going really fast? The number 701. Odell, you're talking about Taryn Odell, you know what I mean? He's just coming through the pack quietly, not making big flashy moves, big jumps and all this stuff, but just working his way through the pack. And you look at that guy, he's got a solid ride going on. Watch him when he comes through the corners.
Hey, look at him. He is a solid dude.
That's what I'm saying. That's a big fella right there. Hey, and we want to make mention right now, Hunter Clements, our moto hero, our special ops guy, dude.
Where's he at?
Listen, 23rd place, man, in moto number 2. He got 17th in moto 1, 23rd
That's
here.
Impressive.
This guy, holy cow, and what he does year-round, hey, he's not training every week for this, okay? He doesn't have the opportunity to ride every single week. Believe me, everybody out there has probably got a more dialed machine than he does, you know?
No doubt.
But the challenges that he lives with, the services he provides his country during the year, unmatched by anybody else on this track, I will promise you.
Oh, who is that? Heath Harrison. Going for that big middle infield jump there. Oh, that's the 21. Good Lord. That was Kyle Gills back in 12th place. He hucked that thing and his head comes smashing down to the gas tank.
you hate that self-inflicted whiplash.
Yeah, man. Go see a chiropractor after
Bradley,
this one.
you ever have one of those so bad you see green spots for the next 3 laps? You ever snap your neck so bad like that? Oh, that's the worst, isn't it?
Oh yeah, especially on that big infield roller. That thing, last year I was jumping that, and that's
Experience.
quite the landing. It's pretty.
Yeah, the
pretty
sweet
big.
spot's not like you have like a 5-foot area to land. If you go short or long, you're gonna know it.
The pegs go about 6 inches below surface. You know what I mean? Ugh, wow. And you got the blue dots, the green spots 3 laps later. Bad stuff.
Well, there is Marshall continuing to march through the field here. 30 seconds. I'm guessing white flag is out. This is probably the last lap for Robbie Marshall. He did work in that Pro Sport class as well. He was in
Absolutely,
up front for a bit.
for sure.
Yeah, I believe he was 7th yesterday in the 450 Pro Sport, and he was up there in 2nd for about half the moto, looking really strong.
Not bad for a 32-year-old full-time working man. Jumping up there with the training facility guys here. Will left turn, finish line. He'll look up, spot that checker flag. There it is, Robbie Marshall. Now, he sets himself up pretty good for this championship with a 4-1. He's in the hunt. I think he's going to need another win. There's some other guys with a little bit better finish. I think Bomer has a good finish as well. He'll finish up 3rd here. The 41 finished up 2nd, so he's got 5 points. He's tied with the winner here, Robbie Marshall. Marshall with 1-4 scores, Bomer with 2-3 scores. That's 5 points, so it's going to get sticky in that 3rd and final moto.
Hey, if everybody would, where you're standing right now, just take a little look around maybe a 6-foot circle where you're standing. We've got a youngster lost a transponder. More than likely probably on the track, but could be on the water truck road, could be between here and the camper. So if you would, take a quick look around. If you see a transponder, bring it back up to the tower. We got a youngster, look like about a 65cc rider, really needs that so he can move forward with his program, and hopefully we can find that.
And Odell and Lepanovich will finish up 6th and 7th. But it's Marshall, Harrison, and Bomer, 1, 2, 3, Porter, and Brown round out your top 5 here in the 2nd moto of the plus 25 class. Who do we got down on the podium? Is Rodney down on the podium?
Yes, Rodney's down on the podium.
All right.
Ready to celebrate with Robbie Marshall here as he takes home the Moto Gold here in Moto number 2. That wasn't me. Hang these here for safekeeping for a moment as we adorn Robbie with the gold there. Congratulations. Put your hands together for Moto 2 Junior 25 Plus class winner, Robbie Marshall. Robbie, good ride out there. Good start right off the bat, pretty much, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I guess it's a veteran class, so I should know how to start by now.
No doubt. And you had the best of the best. You got out to a good lead. You made that pass early on, but I'm sure you didn't rest there.
Yeah, I had a little bit different race tactic yesterday. This track, man, it's a different breed of its own. So I just had to switch up some things and go back after them. But I'm feeling stronger and stronger by the moto. And again, the old guys get stronger, young guys get a little bit weaker. But I've been on that Pro Sport class. Those kids look pretty big animals. So.
So what is it? A 4-1, I think, is what we're looking at.
Yeah, I had a little mishap in the first race, but. All we can do is come out here and give it our best shot every time and try and put it on the number 1 spot and hope for the best.
Who do you want to say thanks to, buddy?
I can't thank my wife, Vanessa, my mechanic, Steve-O, my whole family, Crow Hill, my mom, my dad, Traction MX, Bell, STS, Power Band, Loud Fuel, Shift, Fox, Hachurbis, Renthal, Bell, Tom Moto Lab, got the bike running, Unreal, Ed Gardner, always helping me out. Dunlop Tires, just the same people that have been behind me forever. It's sponsors that turned into family and spent a lot of money and a lot of time to get here, and it was worth every bit of it when you're up here.
No doubt about it. There he is, Robbie Marshall, ladies and gentlemen, taking the Moto 2 win here in the Junior 25 Plus class as we move to our Silver Award winner, and I believe, wow, what a great push for this rider. Grabbing the silver, and I believe it's going to be everyone's friend, honestly, I think, whenever you're in the pits out here. This guy right here, mechanic now, and also Moto Master, it looks like, as he pushes from behind to take 2nd. Puts her hands together as he takes home the silver today. Heath Harrison. Dude, I'm going to go. I thought it was a fluke in Moto number 1. I'm just kidding.
I don't know how to take that. So.
I'm playing with you. You know that.
Yeah, no, that was a good moto. Got off to a terrible start, made some quick passes the first lap, and got up to third. I believe it was Marshall, Brownie, and then me, and I had a little tip over, and Bomber got back by me, and then, man, I thought the race was over at that point, and I just put my head down and fought till the end, and I ended up second, so I'm pretty pumped.
That was pretty amazing. I mean, you know, you had that little mishap, and then I kind of got my attention diverted. I mean, you were on the move when I saw it. I mean, you turn your head for a second. Next thing I know, you're right there in second place, and you were still pushing. So great job, man. And like I said, great performance in Moto number 1, a 1-2. You're pretty much in control of this one, dude.
Yeah, nobody's in control until the checker flag waves in that third moto. So we're going moto by moto, and yeah, just focus on the start next time. Try to get a hole shot and see if we can run away with it.
All right, brother. Good luck to you. Who do you want to say thanks to?
Yeah, I just got to give the whole Phoenix Racing Honda team. My whole family's here, and if Wayne's watching back home, hey Wayne, and he got on to for not telling him hey on the first podium. So yeah, Art of War suspension. Dean Baker with Baker Speed has my bike ripping. FMF Vision. ODI, Hoosier Tires, SSI Graphics, and Parts Unlimited Moose, just everybody. Thank you.
There you go. Congratulations, Heath Harrison taking home the silver. He's going 1-2 here on the week. And, of course, our third place position finisher taking home the bronze here going to be, yeah, double check that because I know that changed up on me. But, yeah, Jake Bomert, come on up, buddy, for the bronze. Jake also putting together an amazing moto out here. Good job. It's not easy out here at Loretta Lynn's, huh?
Definitely not. If you're not training full time, it is brutal because you don't really get to practice on tracks this rough. So it's definitely a test of your will. But it's all fun. We're just out here having fun. So
it looked like a lot of fun. Take us through that moto. That was a good one for you.
Yeah, it was decent. I got off to a little better of a start. Not what I wanted, but just tried to make as many passes as I could. That was first few laps when everyone's bunched up. Got into third and just tried to settle in and get into a good pace because I wear out a little bit, but it's all good.
There you go. But you seem to be holding your own, no problem. So, buddy, who do you want to say thanks to?
Crosley Radio, Ride Assurance, big thank you to my mom and dad. They still help me out a ton. Power Band Racing helping me a little bit with suspension while I'm here. And Reliable Pools.
Alrighty, there he is, Jake Bomert, ladies and gentlemen, taking home the bronze.